What's going on, guys? We got some big news in Epic 7 today. Big leaks, lots of crazy things came out. We have Charlotte's skill set, Charlotte's artifact, possible leaks on a future collab, and a whole bunch of other little icons here and there. Let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. So right here we've got the profile pictures or little icons of the upcoming summertime event. Nothing too crazy yet, but don't worry, we're getting there. Once we scroll down past this, we've got an artifact. This is most likely going to be a 3 to 4 star artifact that we get for free during the event. This right here is going to be the 5-star artifact for Charlotte, and then this is probably going to be another free artifact that we get. Then we got a few little banners, nothing too crazy here. But what I'm excited for is 3 new emojis. I love emojis. Who doesn't love emojis? We'll be able to hopefully keep these, and it's not just used during the event. But this little Charlotte emoji looks hilarious, and I love this little laugh right here. And this you'll be able to use when one of your teammates or one of your guildmates pulls an ML5, and you're just like, God, this guy pulled the 5th ML5 of the week. Just my head. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on with it. We got the possible leak of the upcoming collab, which could be not Fire Emblem, what the heck am I saying? It could be Full Metal Alchemist. So for those of you who are huge Full Metal Alchemist fans, make sure you save up. I'm not going to say who they are yet, but if you read, you might have been able to see who it was. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the skills of Charlotte. Alright, so here's her S1, caught a big one. Let's go ahead and go over that first. Attacks the enemy with 2 meaty fish and has a 50% chance up to a 60% chance when fully molled to decrease defense for 1 turn. When activated as a dual attack, this attack changes into an attack that targets all enemies. The changed attack does not trigger a counterattack, and it increases the combat readiness of the caster by 20%. That right there is probably one of the best S1s in the game, period. Why do I say that? Well, any S1 that has a decreased defense automatically makes you really good in any PvE type of combat, as well as even PvP type of combat, because it can trigger dual attacks. So, for example, like a C. Lilius, she could bring you in. Cerise, she could bring you in. Araz, they could bring you in. All those kinds of characters now have a defense break built into their skill as well because of this character. And not to mention, it's an AoE defense break. An AoE defense break is normally used on an S3. So that's pretty ridiculous that you could possibly get a defense break triggered off of this S1. That's really broken. Also, her Soul Burn effect attacks all enemies. This attack does not trigger a dual attack, so also it doesn't trigger a dual attack, and it increases her combat readiness for 20%. That's insane. And not to mention that you're also going to be able to deal with one of the biggest problems with this meta, which is they built 1 DPS that you can't hit, such as a Landy who's hiding in stealth, or a S10 who's just hiding behind a big wall of tanks. With this, you'll be able to strip that stealth. With this, you'll be able to defense break and hit that S10 and hopefully be able to kill her through just S1s, honestly, or eventually you'll be able to kill her with an S3 that she also has. So, S1, already top tier character right there. Her rest of her kit could be pretty much trash, and you could just turn off her skills and just use her for her S1. But her S2 is also insane. Let's go ahead and go over that. Increases critical hit chance by 10%, up to 20% when fully molled. At the end of every 4 allied turns, grants enhanced dual attack to the caster and gains 15 fighting spirit. At the start of the turn, when fighting spirit is full, consumes all fighting spirit, dispelling all debuffs before increasing attack for 2 turns and resetting skill cooldowns. So basically, they're giving you a free SSS crit chance imprint concentration, because that's about 20% right there. So that makes her super easy to build. At the end of every 4 ally turns, she gets enhanced dual attack, which is a brand new buff, I believe. I don't think anyone else has that buff. Enhanced dual attack is basically just a guaranteed dual attack on the next ally's attack. That's literally all it is, as well as it can't be dispelled. And why does that matter? Because of her S1. So that meshes very well with her S1. But also we have one last part of this passive, which is gains 15 fighting spirit. Once that's maxed on the fighting spirit, dispels all fighting spirit, and then dispels all debuffs before increasing attack for 2 turns. So that part of the skill I don't think is going to matter too much, because you're only getting 15 fighting spirit at the end of every 4 turns, right? At the end of every ally 4 turns grants enhanced dual attack. So yeah, from the way that this sounds like, it sounds like it's going to take you 4 turns to get 15 fighting spirit, and you need 100 fighting spirit to trigger it? That sounds crazy. So like what? 15, 30, 45, 60. That's already too much right there. That's already 16 turns. Like, how many turns do you expect us to go? So I don't really feel like that last part right there is going to matter too much. Maybe it will on these tankier fights. But for the most part, that last part of the skill I don't think is going to come up very often. And then we also have her S3, which attacks all enemies with a pot of killer whales, stunning for 1 turn at 100% chance. That's already insane. Before increasing speed of all allies for 2 turns. That helps with her passive to get those turn cyclings. And damage dealt increases proportional to the target's lost health. So all of those skills right there work really well together and are very insane, guys. Definitely make sure you save up and pull for Charlotte. And we also have her imprint release and imprint concentration. Imprint release, not bad. Health percent is pretty good. Imprint concentration, attack percent, not too big of a deal, because her attack, as we see up there, is pretty low. Nothing insane. So you may actually want to use an attack percent ring on her if we're going to be building her attack style. So instead of using an attack percent ring, we might actually want to use a flat attack ring, actually. Since her attack's not that high, this could be the chance for all those flat attack rings to finally find a home. So for those of you that throw away flat attack stats, or flat stats in general, this is why you save them, because Smilegate could always come out with a unit that has 0 attack, and then all of a sudden, bam, that flat attack is the best one. So that's just the reason why you, if it has insane stub stats and rolls insanely, even if it's flat, you still want to keep it around. And we got her multipliers right here. Honestly, I have no idea what this means. I'm assuming the 0.9 is her attack multiplier, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to worry about that too much. All that matters right here is I can understand this. 0.3% increased damage per 1% of target missing health. So as the target's missing health goes down, her S3 is going to do more and more damage. Pretty good. She's going to be very insane. And we also have her artifact right here. Her artifact is Mature Sunglasses, increases critical hit damage by 30%. When attacked, decreases damage suffered by 14%. When more than one damage reduction effect is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. So, right there we just got a Draco Plate for Knights. And if you guys know how insane Draco Plate is on Warriors, well, we're probably going to want to use Draco Plate on some Knights. Any knight that does not want Aureus or Elbrises may want to be using this one, so possibly even like a Charles. Charles might be able to want this if they don't want to use Elbris and they want to be a little more tankier. This could do insane damage for some knights now. Maybe even, no, you'd want to use... The thing is, Elbris is wanting to used on most knights, because Elbris is just too insane. But for any knight that doesn't want Elbris, this might be the second best one. And then we got the icons right here for her skills and the character right here. So as you see, they were a little bit smart. They left out the S3 animation and the actual character animations. So we're going to have to wait later on for that. But just from what we have right here right now, definite must pull. Make sure you guys save up those bookmarks and pull her next week. And she is going to be a huge increase to your team. And remember, she is a limited unit, so if you don't get her this year, you're going to have to wait a whole year. That's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.